Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of Tekbloid. I'm GregglesTV. My man over to the left is Michael Tobin of Initial Focus LLC. Make sure you subscribe and like our videos. We'll have it linked down below. Hope you guys like it. We're going to have it's kind of not a huge news week this week. There was a big story right off the bat with the Note 7 finally being announced. They announced it on August 2nd. They gave all the gory details of it. They gave the price, the release date. So let's go over some of the details first so far. So it's going to be released August 19th, which is only about 2 weeks away. It's a Friday. It's going to go for I think like $850, which is really good price for a phone.
Oh boy.
The
OnePlus
specs,
3 is looking super nice.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
The specs on it are really good, but they're not. They're the same as the S7. Basically, it's got a Snapdragon 820, 4 gigabytes of RAM. It has a 2K screen. Actually, has an HDR screen. It's the first mobile phone with an HDR screen, which is going to be a nice little thing they got going on there.
Nice for the super oversaturated Samsung phones. Blech.
Comes with a S Pen, of course, and the S Pen they updated the software a little bit for that. So now all the cool things are right when you pull out the phone. You don't have to go searching for them. I think that's basically it. It's an S7 Edge, S7 S7 Edge. It's a little bit bigger. It's 5.7 inches. It's got more of a flat display. It's still curved, but it's not as curved as the S7 Edge. So it does have that Edge display going for it. Comes in four colors, but in America it's only 3. It comes in black, coral blue, which I pre-ordered and you should too, silver,
Stealth
and
black.
Gold. So that's pretty much it with it. See, the audio is weird. It's doing the robotic.
Is it just for him or is it for both of us?
It sounds fine to me, but yeah, so far so good.
Now,
What do you
didn't mention the one, I don't believe, at least I heard, the iris scanner. Sorry, the comment.
Oh yeah, the iris scanner. So basically you hold your phone up. My phone's over, whatever. Take one of my many cases. Hold up the phone like this, and it unlocks. It reads your irises. The lights can be off, the lights can be on, and it unlocks the phone. So kind of cool, kind of gimmicky at the same time. I don't think I'll end up using it. What about you?
I watched MKBHD's video today, and he said it worked pretty well. So he agreed that obviously it's a gimmick, but like he said, it's a good gimmick. So
yeah,
the big key for me with an iris scanner is I want proof that I can't hold up. You know, if I take your phone, I can't just hold up a picture of you to unlock it. And apparently, it's able to distinguish between that. But yeah.
Yeah, it's I think it's a gimmick. It's nice to have, but ultimately it's not going to add a lot of daily functionality for somebody. It's still much easier and a little less lazy for someone to just pick up their phone and just put their finger on the fingerprint, and it just works. So I don't see why someone's going to want to go, oh, cool, I just want to unlock it with my eyes.
Yeah.
It's nice, but I don't know.
I feel like they could have. I'm sure because the camera is the exact same as the S7 Edge, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. The S7 and S7 Edge have fantastic cameras. It's a very wide aperture, so one of the best in low light that I've ever seen. But I feel like they probably pulled half or most of the camera team to work on that iris scanner, and I personally would have been fine without that. And I mean, a lot of the early reviews and opinions that I've read have been it's just, you know, slightly bigger, more expensive S7, which yes and no. I like the very edge to edge display. I like that they've adjusted the angles of the edge to be less dramatic, because I think they realized that, I think everyone agreed the Edge was nice for a feel. A lot of people don't use the Edge functionality. So I like that they basically split the kind of curve on both sides to make it seem like a truly bezel-less phone, which I think it looks awesome. And no, I would not go with the blue. I would go with the stealth black.
Some comments from the chat room
Yeah.
complaining about the 4 GB versus 6 GB. Carl Sanchez is saying that. I agree with Carl. I don't know why they didn't throw in 6 GB. The only thing I can think of is maybe it really kills the battery life and they didn't want to deal with that. But at the same time, it's like, why not throw it in? This is your premium phone. This is your beast phone. This is your phone that kills every other phone.
And a
on the
phone
market.
that has half the price has 6 gigs of RAM.
Yeah, it's like I mean, there's things about the Samsung phone that the OnePlus 3 can't.
Of course.
With. You know, the screen right off the bat is gonna kill the OnePlus 3. But I mean, you gotta whatever. And then some other people are talking about so. Yeah, so XW Boy saying the scanners analyze veins such so the picture won't work. I don't know what he means by that.
Oh, he's saying a picture is not going to be high quality enough for the pics, or something like holding up a picture isn't going to be scanning.
Yeah, Patricia makes a great point. She's saying that, you know, it's having 6 gigs. It's just nice to know you have it. If you know,
it's like
you
having
have
32 gigs on a custom PC, and it's like, cool, there's not a game, or unless you're doing 3D modeling or rendering, you're never going to touch 32 gigs.
Right. It's awesome to have. I mean, I really,
point,
it really just, it surprises me to no end that they didn't put 6 GB in there, because my my S7 Edge, it lagged for a little bit off and on, and I had to reset it, set it all up, and after a month it was still running fine. But then I got my OnePlus 3, and you know what? I've never had any lag, nothing. It's like,
and I think what speaks to that, and to play devil's advocate, Patricia, to your point, I completely agree with you. Whenever I've gone into the RAM, whatever, on my OnePlus 3, I think it usually on average says like 2.5, 3 gigs max. The only thing where, like you're saying, Greg, that I would want 6 gigs on a Note is because Samsung, the TouchWiz, comes with a lot of bloatware. And it's just a lot, what's a good word, thicker or heavier operating system, in my opinion. So I think over time it will definitely use more resources, as well as, and this is a good thing for the Note, is I think it's good at multitasking. So I think if they have, and I haven't played with too much of Samsung's multitasking functionality, but it's one thing OnePlus doesn't have, is being able to run multiple windows on the same screen. That's going to use up more RAM. So if Samsung comes out with a lot more multitasking and having multiple windows and things running in the background, I could definitely see 6 gigs being useful on a Note series phone.
Yeah, you're right. The Samsung does have a heavy skin, but it also gives you a lot of features that the other phones don't give you. And even though it's only running, Marshmallow Nougat is not officially out, but I mean, it is in beta, but regardless, you still can do multitasking already with the Samsung phones. It's already built in. It has all the S Pen features that most phones don't have, or maybe the LG has like a Note phone or whatever, but basically most of the phones don't have that stuff, and Samsung already has it. It's heavy, but it also has a lot of features, and it's a lot less weight. I don't think you didn't try Android back 3 years ago, but it's a lot less heavy than it was a few years ago. A lot less.
Did you see, I don't know if you mentioned this, but yeah, XW Boy has the Note 5, and when he's running multiple stuff at the same time, he said it comes close to 4 gigs. So yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to see an upgrade. I'm sure 95% of the people, I'm sure when I get my hands on the phone, there won't be an issue with RAM and stuff. I personally never go into the multitasking window and go back 30 apps and be like, oh man, I had to wait 2 seconds for it to reload my game. But
there's you notice it a lot. Like it's gonna be very telling for me to go from the OnePlus 3 over to the Note 7. And if the Note 7 isn't like bam, 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 I'm gonna notice it because I use my OnePlus 3 every single day, and I don't get that.
Yeah.
It's bam, 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 bam.
I think both of our, whenever we release our review videos, are going to be pretty hard on it because for twice the price, this thing can't just be a good phone. It's got to like destroy in multiple ways a $400 flagship OnePlus.
It's tough. There's three good $400 phones out. You have the Idol 4 Plus, you have the Axon
7.
Yep, 7, and then you have the OnePlus 3. Both and the other two phones have I think the Idol does too. The other two phones have 2K screens, so like it's a little mixture of, and they have front-facing speakers. Which
I was going to say the Axon 7.
The Note only has one speaker, and it's at the bottom. There's things that are really great about the Note, and there's some things that I'd like for them to update. I wish they put 6 gigabytes of RAM. I wish they put a newer processor, not the Snapdragon 820. I wish that they
it's the Adreno
had
532,
speakers.
Right?
What's that?
It's the Adreno 530, right?
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it runs off. It's because of the Snapdragon 820. So unless they upgrade the processor, it won't change the Adreno number. But it's kind of annoying to say the least. But at the same time, it looks like a really nice looking phone.
The last point I'll make on the Note that I am happy that pretty much all Samsung flagship phones have started to get, of course, is they are amazing at waterproofing. The IP68, it exceeded a lot of tests on the S7, and I have no doubt that it will exceed them again with this Note 7.
Now, before we run into the next topic, does anyone in the chat room have any other questions about the Note 7 or want to bring up any topics? While you guys do that, there's some
you guys have been awesome in the comments. This has been the best
so
comments.
It has. So I just wanted to give again, initial focus. Google him, YouTube him. He's everywhere on YouTube.
Don't forget we're on my channel right now, so let me do that for you this time. He always does this nice thing because Greg's about 4 times my size or whatever. He's about to hit 8,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed to him already, I know the captain guy who was watching here is on both of us. That's awesome. But he uploads every single day. He is way better at that than me. So definitely go subscribe to him. He uploads awesome stuff. A lot of mixture of gaming and tech and just really everything. But every single day. Have you missed a day?
Not in a while. It's been
since
a long
I've known
time.
you.
It's been months.
Yeah.
I do it every day, man. I get tired though because I still have a 9 to 5, and then I come home and make videos.
Sorry, XY boy. Opinions on USB Type C, but only Quick Charge 2.0. I thought I read that it was Quick Charge 3.0. Did I read wrong?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
Note
if only
7.
We were all surrounded by the internet.
Fast charge use. What would it be? 3.1. Oh shoot.
We're looking to see if the Note 7 has Quick Charge 3.0.
Yeah, it does. Oh wait, no, it's equipped, but perhaps not as quickly as Quick Charge 3.0.
So it's not Quick Charge 3.0.
I don't think so. Wait, it's in this article right here.
While he's looking it up, I have a question.
It says, that's a bit unfortunate. It's unlikely to keep the user since their Exynos processors don't support Quick Charge 3.0. Wait. The Galaxy Note 7 is sporting the Snapdragon, which is Quick Charge 3.0 compatible. However, much like the S7 and S7 Edge, it will not be available on the Galaxy Note 7. So it's not available.
Okay. Because
of the fact they're using, in the international version, they're using the Exynos, and the Exynos processor does not, isn't 3.0 compatible, but I actually, you know what? I kind of wish they would use the Exynos over here because a lot of people have done speed tests with the Exynos versus the Snapdragon, and it's pretty telling how well the Exynos performs over the Snapdragon.
Now, a question I have for both you and everyone else in the comments section is, I obviously tested the S7, so if that's Quick Charge 2.0 as well. I've never tried a Quick Charge 3.0 phone. How does that compare to the dash charging on the OnePlus 3? Because that is the most superb charging I've ever used in my life.
I haven't personally had a phone that had 3.0, but the dash charge is way better than 2.0.
Yeah, sorry for the intermediate robotic sounding. Trust me, we've been talking for the past 2 hours trying to get this fixed, and every week we've been trying to get it fixed. So we're not sure. Unfortunately, with streaming, there's so many variables. If you guys don't know, for whatever reason, I'm in New Albany, Ohio, and he's all the way out in California. So we're not obviously in the same place, obviously. But we don't know if it's one of our internets, if it's the software OBS that we're using to encode the stream, if it's YouTube streaming, because that's still in beta. There's 1,000 different scenarios that could be going wrong. So we appreciate you telling us when it's fixed and when it's going on. XY Boy, I think you win the award of streamy or whatever you want to call it of the night. But yeah.
So let's change the subject. Let's go on to the next story.
Yeah.
OnePlus 3 has sold out, or maybe not so much sold out. It's being halted in over 20 countries. No North American countries. So USA, Canada, and Mexico look to be safe. But some big countries here: France, Greece isn't that big, but Ireland, Italy. Some of these, these are Spain, Hong Kong. You cannot buy the OnePlus 3 currently. So it looks like you can still buy it if you live in the Americas and stuff. But yeah, that's really good for them. They made 1 million of these phones, and if they're already at the end of that supply chain, that's awesome. That's good for them.
Yeah, that's obviously it's. I know earlier someone was talking about how they just ordered the OnePlus 3 and it still hasn't shipped. I forget who said it. If that was you, please let us know again. It was Crash Test.
Crash Test Dummy?
Just Crash Test and then some numbers. He ordered it 2 weeks ago, still hasn't shipped, and he did priority shipping. What country are you from, if you don't mind me asking? And yes, Patricia, I completely agree. Dash charging is awesome. I overcharge my phone all the time.
Dude, I'll forget, I'll leave it there for 30, 40 minutes, and all of a sudden it's like, damn, it's already charged. What the hell?
I literally, it's, I for anyone who's watched all the streams or podcasts that we've done, we've talked about the OnePlus ever since the rumors first started coming out. I half apologize and I half don't. And for those of you getting tired of the OnePlus 3, you obviously haven't used it, because even the Axon 7 and the other two that you mentioned that were in that same budget price, and I'm not sure about the other two that you mentioned, but I know the Axon 7 is $450 or $499, something like that.
No, $400.
Is it?
Yeah, $399.
Okay, then it's the same price as the OnePlus 3, so I take it back. But yeah, it's pretty incredible, and I'm happy that I've tried to make the conscious decision of stopping to call it budget phones, because it's the price of flagship phones are just starting to change, which is awesome.
Yeah, I think a lot of those Chinese companies are gonna keep going at it so aggressively that it actually might hurt the bigger boys like Samsung, LG, and Motorola, and I think it already is kind of hurting them.
Apple's not having the best year, that's for damn sure.
They're having a great year, but yeah, versus other Apple years, they're
not having the best year.
No, I know, but they still having a really good year for any company. But for an Apple type year, it's not as good as it has been in the past. But dude, I say that all the time. And as much as you love Apple, they don't try. They're using the same friggin' MacBooks from 4 years ago. I just read an article, TechCrunch, I think it was not TechCrunch, the other boy, The Verge wrote. They were like, dude, create a new friggin' laptop.
Oh, my opinion has greatly altered in the past year ever since I left Apple. And I still think they're a great value company, but whether it's Tim or Johnny or whoever at the company is not given the right push to the innovation button, they need to get close to bankruptcy again in order to get their ass kicking.
they're coasting. It's like coasting like on a BlackBerry type level, where they're not. I mean, they're not that bad because BlackBerry wouldn't even friggin' get rid of the damn keyboard and
Oh my goodness,
go touchscreen. It took years for that, but
BlackBerry's still trying to crawl back. They're like, we're still here. We have new phones. We have touchscreens now. We run Android.
Yeah, so I haven't used a OnePlus phone. There's Captain saying I haven't used a OnePlus phone, nor have I ever seen anyone. Pretty jealous. Captain, grab one if you can. Trade in, sell something, grab it. If you like Android or even if you have an Apple, pick that thing up. It's an awesome phone. You don't like it, sell it on eBay. You'll lose like $50. Not that bad. XW boy, I wonder how fast the Note will charge with the same charging, but 500 milliamps bigger size. It'll charge fast, XW boy, because we have an S7 Edge. I had one. I just recently sold it. It charges fast, just not as fast as the OnePlus 3. And then Patricia,
I'll address these last two comments. Patricia, I agree that obviously it's easy to get bored of iPhone, but Apple's always been good at keeping low specs. On tech spec sheet, it seems like Apple should be terrible phones, but they optimize amazingly. That's one thing, I'm sorry, no one can dispute. There's a reason that iPhones are still compared to the S7, the Note line, the everything, because they optimize, even though it's a dual core. I think the 6S Plus has like just 2 gigs of RAM. It's still a fantastic phone. And XY boy, I didn't mean Apple value as in the price is a good value. It's a good value in terms of the company has good morals. Like working for them, they care about making the world a better place, even though they're not necessarily innovating every day. But I meant good values in terms of moral and humanity, not in terms of price. They are expensive, and I don't think anyone will dispute that. Hello, I'm going to butcher the heck out of this. Isam.
Trademark.
It's
just TM's trademark.
Does that mean I can't say his name, or else I owe him money now? Do you now own this broadcast?
Maybe, dude. Maybe. What is this? This must be the new. Yeah. I don't even. You know what's funny? Let's kind of let's go to a fun story here.
Okay.
Non-phone story. Instagram copies Snapchat with Instagram stories.
Yes.
How do you even use it? I haven't even tried it. Oh, here you hit that plus at the top.
You do the exact same. Just imagine it's Snapchat. So, if you guys don't know Casey Neistat, he's like the blogger on YouTube. He has like close to 4 million subscribers. Uploads every day. Awesome. He uploaded one today, a little video talking about Snapchat versus Instagram stories, and I first got the update yesterday. And yeah, if you are used to Snapchat, which Greg is a fan of Snapchat, if you don't already follow him, check out his social links right below.
Yeah, let's stop right now. Wait, let's stop for a second. Follow us on Instagram and Snapchat. I'm GregglesTV. Make sure you add me right now. If you add me right now, I will add you back. I usually don't add people, so if you add me, add us back. Add us both. Add me on. If you're on Snapchat, add me. GregglesTV. I'll add you back as well.
Here's the thing, though, and I know now that Instagram, because I'm much more of a fan of Instagram than I am Snapchat, just because it's a whole separate app to go to. I'm probably going to just do Instagram stories compared to Snapchat stories because they operate the same way. You literally swipe, tap. The animations are the exact same. If you have two phones, look at Snapchat and Instagram stories side by side. It's hilarious. That can be your video for tomorrow or something. But it's amusing. And yes, who said it? Captain said Facebook didn't deny. And the funny, super short backstory to it is Mark Zuckerberg, obviously creator of Facebook. Facebook tried to buy Snapchat for $3 billion in 2012, I believe. And Snapchat said, no, thanks. And so I think Facebook is a little pissed because they came out with a poke. And mtobin 1000, which, all right, I'm just going to say this out loud. mtobin 1000 is my father, thank you very much. So you should go to subscribe to his channel, which has nothing on it, but that'd be funny. So he says, hey, it's taken me 7 years to figure out how Facebook works. Daddy ain't got no hope on Instagram. Yeah, my mom has Instagram, but yeah, Facebook has kind of been overtaken by old people. I'm not a fan of Facebook. Okay, I want to know that. One from Greg and the rest of the comment section. If you don't mind putting your age, you don't have to, but do you enjoy Facebook? Because I'm a strong believer that I do not. Facebook's just too much, and it's just it.
I like
too much.
Well, okay. Let me preface this. I'm actually getting very bored of Instagram. I barely check it that much anymore, and I'm getting kind of bored of. I am bored of Facebook. I don't mind Snapchat that much. It's okay. I'm getting bored of that too. So like, I almost feel I'm getting into this age now where I'm like bored of all the social media, or maybe I'm just bored of it. Period. Maybe it's just boring as a whole.
The one thing I will say that I've hated that Instagram did, and Instagram is owned by Facebook, if I didn't say that already, they recently, in recent months, applied the same the same algorithm that they do on Facebook. Facebook and Instagram used to have feeds where it's just chronological order. If I posted something and then Greg posted something, his post would be right above mine because he posted it 5 minutes later.
Yeah. Do you hate the algorithm?
I hate the algorithm. But Instagram recently adopted the same algorithm that Facebook's had for the past couple of years, where it's all popularity. It is all, and it's not just likes. I have no idea the specific algorithm, but it's basically a mix of like followers to how active the user is to likes. And I very much enjoyed being able to, at the end of my day or in the middle of the day, scroll through and see a group of people, aka my followers, or who I follow, day in chronological order. But now it's like related people, and sometimes I see like 3 of the same person in a row, and I hate the algorithm. I really do.
So there you go. You got a little bit of a age range here. You got Captain's 26, and he says he just uses for happy birthday. XW Boy's a
Yeah, it definitely
teenager.
saves me on friends' birthdays, that's for
Only
sure.
my parents use Facebook. 50, your dad's 50, and he's proud to be Facebook user. Patricia is 20. Only uses Facebook for the groups and to connect with friends. Yeah, you know what? It has great groups. I just don't really use it that much. You know what I noticed? Like my wife's. She has some young families, like some teenage girls, early college, and they use Twitter a lot.
Yeah,
which is surprising.
I'm trying to use Twitter. Twitter is obviously very easy to use. I think Captain just started following me on Instagram. Thanks, Captain. I think that's you.
He didn't follow me.
Well, that's because you just said you are tired of Instagram.
No,
You're not.
He does follow me now. I added you, dude. We're now buddies.
Honestly, back, I'd say 2 years ago, the main reason I stopped using Facebook as a business tool is because one of the algorithm thing, it made it very unfair being a small startup. And two, I wish I could have a separate login. I think for some high businesses, like Apple, Samsung, I'm sure they have specific business pages on Facebook. But I have not ever been able to find where I can just have a business page login. The page is always linked to my personal profile. So that means administrators have to add their personal things. And it's not very good. And if I'm using a third-party program to access my Facebook, I can't really access the page. I don't know. In my opinion, it's tough to use. But that's my rant of Facebook, and I'm done.
Yeah, I think that's all the stories we have for the week. Let me just check our little news thing. We talked about everything that we wanted. Before we go, do you guys have any questions or comments you wanted to ask us before we get going?
What while we're waiting for them to, since there's a delay, obviously, what is the piece of tech you're most excited for? Moto Z, Note 7?
Note 7, and then with my pre-order, it came with the Gear Fit 2, which I probably won't end up using. My wife will hopefully use hers because she doesn't have a smartwatch. I still have my Huawei watch, so I'll be using that. Maybe I'll use the Samsung watch. I doubt it, but yeah, the Note 7. I'm excited about that for the most part. What about you?
I'd say Note 7, obviously, next month will probably be iPhone. So, for whatever reason, I'll get my hopes up again in the hopes that, I mean, there's been so many leaks of these prototype iPhone 7s. We pretty much know that there's going to be no headphone jack. So, hopefully, it's good stereo speakers, even though they're still bottom firing.
Yeah.
I won't go too much into it now. I'll still get my hopes up for the iPhone 7.
What do you have coming up for your channel?
So tonight I'm actually filming a short. I'm trying to create an ironically cinematic short of changing fully to my OnePlus 3.
Oh, that'd be cool. Like a little movie.
Yeah. So
That's cool.
I don't want to spoil it too much, but the hint is basically I always carry an iPhone and my OnePlus 3 and an Android phone. So my main SIM card that everyone has and stuff has always been my iPhone, but I think I'm finally ready. Ready.
Nice. I'm excited. Well, yeah, until 1 month later when the iPhone 7
Till the
comes
iPhone
out.
7 comes out, then we may be switching back.
Yeah, I've got some headphones I'll be showing a review. I got to do my Bose reviews. I got the Bose. I don't even know where they are. They're downstairs. I got the new Bose ones, the MKBHD reviewed.
Nice.
And then I also am doing a giveaway. I'll be doing the giveaway video. I'm going to try to get it out tomorrow morning. It's for a game, another game for the NVIDIA Shield. So if you have an NVIDIA Shield, really cool game. It's going to be, I won't even tell you what it is. You can guess, just to give some surprise. Anyways, guys, if you want to, no phone, Michael Gass, you're out of the will. All right, guys, we do this every Thursday live, so make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I don't know if he is, but I am. You can find GregglesTV.
Instagram and Twitter. Focus. That's it for me.
There you go. And YouTube.
Yeah,
he's on
YouTube.
So make sure you subscribe to both of us, guys. We love doing this, and it's more fun when you guys are interactive with us and you're here to help chat with us. We like it even more. Michael, you have anything else to say before I close out?
That's pretty much it. This was a fantastic interaction. I think the most interaction we've had in at least a little while for the stream. So we really appreciate all of it and hope to continue to grow. So yeah, this video will be up, and check our channels out. That's about it.
Awesome, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.